Hey, patriotic internet friends and family, welcome back to the channel. In this video, today we are diving into surprise retirements, political drama, and a whole lot of drama unfolding in the Jamaica Labour Party. What happens when two of Jamaica's longest serving MPs unexpectedly call it quits? Or did they? Is this a changing of the guard? Or is there more going on behind the scenes than meets the eye? Stay tuned because this story is just getting started. But before we dive in, don't forget to hit that subscribe button for more juicy updates on Jamaica's political and social scene. Welcome all patriotic Jamaicans. The movement continues. Make we get into it now? Let's kick it off. On Thursday, JLP General Secretary Dr. Horace Chang drops a bombshell. Karl Samuda, the 82-year-old MP for St. Andrew North Central, will not be seeking re-election. Samuda, who's been in office since 1980, yes, you heard that right, 1980, says the announcement caught him totally off guard. Samuda was blindsided, like a plot twist in your favorite soap opera. He's been preparing to step down in his own time, but now it seems like the party has beaten him to the punch. Samuda, I wasn't aware that an announcement of that nature was pending. I wasn't aware. Oh snaps. The suspense is real. Samuda, still recovering from the shock, says this announcement should have come through him, or at the very least, in a more respectful manner. He's been representing his constituency for over 40 years. After all, he's not mad, or really, just a little hurt. Hurt is an understatement, actually. And he's ready to do some repair work after this curveball. He's preparing to endorse a successor. But according to him, it's a process that requires patience, respect, and a lot of tact. You can't just walk away from decades of service without at least a little closure, right? The plot thickens. Wait, there's more. Dr. Chang didn't stop with just Samuda. Enter Mike Henry. He also announced that Mike Henry, the 89-year-old MP for Clarendon Central, would be retiring too. That's two of Jamaica's longest-serving parliamentarians bowing out in the same week. Chang, the selection process will chip in at some point before. It's a discussion that is ongoing. Ongoing? Sure, Dr. Chang, sure. How much discussion is really happening behind the scenes about who gets to fill these powerful positions? The divisional meeting drama. Remember back in October 2022 when Samuda made it crystal clear at a divisional meeting that he wasn't stepping aside until he saw somebody suitable enough to replace him. Yeah, well, surprise, surprise. He wasn't the one choosing when he leaves after all. The suitable successor discussion, it's coming sooner than expected, and it looks like it's going to be messy. And we're not talking the footballer. The fallout. The legacy question. As Samuda wraps his head around this shock, he says he was preparing to make a more personal announcement to his constituency. After all, he owes them that courtesy. It's not just about politics. It's about the people who have supported him for decades. But now, it looks like the people are getting a little too much surprise for one day. And then there's the matter of Mike Henry's protege, Councillor Joel Williams. Williams, who's already made his political debut as the mayor of Maypen, was tipped to succeed Henry. But with all these sudden moves, who's next? Who's going to take over these massive constituencies? the big picture. This isn't just about Karl Samuda and Mike Henry. It's a sign of something bigger, a changing of the guard in the Jamaica Labour Party. Is it a peaceful transition, or is there a hidden power struggle? One thing's for sure, the JLP is in for some serious shifting as both Samuda and Henry step aside. And while both have indicated they'll back new candidates, the real question is who will take up the mantle. Is the JLP ready for fresh blood, or will it be a game of political musical chairs? So what happens next? Who will rise to the challenge and fill these legendary shoes? And what's really going on behind the scenes in the JLP? Is it smooth sailing ahead, or are we just seeing the beginning of a full-blown political drama? Here's a summary of the key points. 1. Samuda caught off guard by retirement announcement. 2. He says the announcement should have come through him. 3. Samuda planning to endorse successor soon. 4. Mike Henry also retiring after decades in office. 5. New blood needed in the JLP, but who's stepping up? Here are some questions that you might have regarding the article, along with detailed answers. These questions will help you address potential concerns or confusion while keeping you engaged and informed on this specific matter. Question number 1. Why did Karl Samuda seem so shocked by his retirement announcement? Answer. Karl Samuda, one of Jamaica's longest-serving MPs, was caught off guard by the announcement from JLP General Secretary Dr. Horace Chang. Samuda, who has represented St. Andrew North Central since 1980, had been preparing to step down in his own time, but the party beat him to the punch. His surprise stems from the fact that such an announcement should have come through him first, or at the very least, should have been a more coordinated and respectful process. Samuda believes in a more personal approach. He owes it to the people who've supported him for decades to announce his exit in a thoughtful, dignified way, not through rumors or public statements made without his prior knowledge. Samuda believes in a more personal approach. He owes it to the people who supported him for decades. Question number 2. Why didn't Dr. Horace Chang consult Karl Samuda about his retirement? Answer. Dr. Horace Chang, as the JLP General Secretary, made the decision to announce Karl Samuda's retirement without consulting him directly. While this may seem abrupt or disrespectful, it's important to note that the timing and politics behind such announcements can be tricky. There may have been a strategic reason for Chang's public announcement. It could be part of the broader party's transition plan, with a focus on introducing new leadership. However, Samuda's perspective is that the process should have been more transparent and handled with more courtesy, considering his long tenure and deep relationship with the party and his constituents. Question number 3. What does this mean for the future of the JLP? Answer. The retirement of both Karl Samuda and Mike Henry, two of Jamaica's longest-serving parliamentarians, signal a major shift in the JLP's leadership. Both MPs have held their seats since 1980, and their departures opened the door for new blood to rise within the party. This transition, while necessary for fresh leadership, could also stir up internal power struggles. Samuda and Henry's retirements may spark a battle over who gets to fill their shoes. which could lead to rivalries, surprises, or even discontent within the party. The JLP now faces a key question. Will they be able to transition smoothly to the next generation of leaders, or will the process be marred by drama and tension? Question number 4. Who will replace Samuda and Henry? Answer. While both Samuda and Henry have expressed intentions to endorse successors, the question remains, who will step up to fill their formidable shoes? Samuda has stated that he was looking for a suitable replacement and that he will likely endorse someone soon. However, this process isn't simple. In the case of Mike Henry, his protege, Councillor Joel Williams, who's already mayor of Maypen, has been touted as his successor. But with the sudden nature of these retirements, the JLP will need to quickly identify strong candidates who can not only win over their constituencies, but also unite the party during this crucial transition. Question number 5. What does this mean for the JLP's electoral chances? Answer. The retirements of such high-profile MPs could have significant implications for the JLP's chances in the next election. While fresh faces could bring new energy to the party, there's always the risk that their absence leaves a leadership vacuum that opponents could exploit. This shift in leadership comes at a critical time as the JLP must maintain its hold on key constituencies and project unity. The party must act quickly to ensure a smooth transition and prevent any potential fractures that could weaken their position heading into the next polls. The question remains, will the JLP thrive under new leadership, or will these retirements cause instability just when they can least afford it? Question number 6. Why does Samuda insist on a process for stepping down? Answer. Karl Samuda's insistence on a process is rooted in respect for both his long tenure and his constituents. As an MP for over 40 years, Samuda believes that any transition should be handled with dignity, care, and proper communication. His supporters, who have helped him maintain his position for decades, deserves to hear directly from him, not through rumors or sudden announcements made by party leadership. This process likely involves consulting with key figures in his constituency to ensure a smooth transition, identifying a suitable successor, and making sure that the people who supported him feel respected and informed every step of the way. Question number 7. Will the JLP face internal conflict over these retirements? Answer. Absolutely. And it's already bubbling beneath the surface. Samuda's public reaction shows that he wasn't consulted, which raises questions about the internal dynamics of the JLP. When long-serving members step down, especially in such a public manner, it can lead to tension over who controls the transition. It's clear that Dr. Horace Chang's announcement of Samuda's and Henry's retirements was not entirely coordinated with the party's senior members. This could result in factions within the JLP as different groups vie for influence and control over the party's future direction. With both Samuda and Henry retiring, the race for power within the party is far from over. Question number 8. What's the long-term impact of Samuda and Henry retiring on Jamaican politics? answer. The retirements of Karl Samuda and Mike Henry marked the end of an era in Jamaican politics. Both men have been part of the political fabric for over 4 decades, and their exits could have paved the way for a new generation of leaders who may change the way politics is done in Jamaica. Whether that's a good or bad thing depends on how the JLP handles this transition. The question now is, will the JLP adapt smoothly to new leadership, or will the absence of these political giants leave a void that could be exploited by the opposition? Either way, these retirements will reverberate throughout Jamaican politics for years to come. I hope these questions and answers can help guide the conversation and address the potential concerns that you may have as you watch this drama unfold. Now let's get into my reaction, my breakdown, and my commentary. Me I go read an article from 2015, and the name of the article is Andrew Holness Files a Surprise in Court. And this is from 2015, so you can go take a time capsule. As it relates to then opposition leader Andrew Holness, who remember when he made pre-signed resignation letters and did force people to sign them? Who remember that? Now me I go read where this article say from 2015. The court ruled on February 6 that the procurement of the letters and the resignation letters submitted to the Governor General by Holness were inconsistent with the Constitution, contrary to public policy, and were null and void, meaning what he did was unconstitutional. So PM Holness have a tendency of doing things that are unconstitutional. Same thing with the NIDS. The court rule NIDS as unconstitutional. The leader of the Jamaica Labour Party, JLP, Andrew Holness, has filed an appeal challenging the Constitutional Court's ruling that gave himself power when he used undated pre-signed resignation letters to remove 2 senators. So when I know if that reach Samuda know where he pre-signed an undated resignation letter. Hence, then could have come publicly and say, well, he resign without his prior knowledge to any such thing. Let me state this categorically. I don't have no personal inside information about this scenario. So, I don't know the inner workings of the JLP, but based off my assessment in reading the article, you can clearly see say Karl Samuda never saw this coming. And the man feel very disrespected with how them a deal with him. And it is disrespectful with his long tenure in the party. So the man basically I say, me give all of my life to the party and as so treat me. This is the thanks I get. So naturally, any human, anybody I go feel some type of way. So I think them could have handled this a lot better and much more tactful. Clearly from Samuda's reaction, you definitely can see say, then kind of blindside him and force him out. Cause this catch him off guard totally. If we go back in October 2022, when he first make the statement say him now retire till him feel good and ready, you can see say from back then, them probably try force him out or force him to retire. And you know male ego, how male ego go. Him decide say, me in a this party before all a uno, all a uno in a this party, uno come here come see me. And uno disrespect me like me and nobody. I saw the man a react, you know. So now them decide say, look, we have to force him out. He can chat all he want. And basically this, I force him out of the party. Them a push him out. Because the party always look out for the party. The party come first. That's why it is surprising that the party no force PM Wholeness for resign. And when it comes to Mike Henry did already choose his successor. Me don't know if Mike Henry did ready for resign. So probably him I get forced out as well. And him did say a film protege fi take film place. Unlike Samuda, we never have no protege. And it looks like Samuda never ready for retire anytime soon based on his reaction. Cause you know, some politicians just feel like say they fi stay in a politics until they're dead. They don't feel like say young people fi get a chance and young people fi step up to the table. No, they feel like say me nah move. So now it is very unclear and uncertain whether Joel Williams are going to replace Mike Henry, which in this case, since Mike did already endorse him and the whole Clarendon Central already knew Joel and would already familiar with him, it would be a no-brainer for them just say, alright, Joel are going to be the MP for Clarendon Central. Cause him already know the people already know him. It's a smooth transition. We don't know if them will go with him or they have somebody else in mind. So we have to pause with Joel and see if him are gonna be the next MP. Since Henry did already say my protege this. And it seems like Mike Henry kinda cool about it, like him not no issue, cause him not give no public statement. So maybe in his mind, it is what it is. Him at 89, so you know one day he would have to retire from public office. So maybe him welcome the retirement. And plus, active like one time. We don't see Mike Henry in the media like one time, or in a parliament like one time, actively. But Karl Samuda definitely take this as disrespectful and he take it personal. Cause if a man them a pressure you from 2022, if you say yo, you have to go step aside, and you say yo, you're not going nowhere. Well, them will force you out, and at that reach you Thursday morning. Such is the game of politics. It's a dirty game, and the party will always look out for the party. So when all of these politicians dead and gone, the party are going to still remain. New people are going to come in and continue following the rules and regulations of the party that keeps the party alive and keep the party going. The party is a self-sustaining organism, even though it needs people, but these people have to abide by its rules or else there is no party. I would think that someone like Samuda would I get that? I know so one day you have to go retire and you have to go step aside. You see me? You don't need to put up a fight or no resistance. A retirement time. Regular people are retired at 65. Me don't know why politicians feel like say they have to stay in a politics till them are 110. Rarely you see politicians retire at 65. I saw politics nice or just the power they love and the other perks and benefits will come along with being a politician. Who knows? And even though we know say a PM Wholeness give the order, you realize how the delegation work. That duty was now delegated to Dr. Horace Strong, because maybe that fall under his responsibility as General Secretary. So you can't say the PM come out and say it, even though he is the head and him give the order. It can't happen without him sign off on it. You see me? And nobody can force Wholeness to do that. And him have to make that the conscious decision to say, alright, we need to replace them. You see me? Alright, so Chang go and go make his speech. But keep your hand clean. A psychology, you can't say him, even though him, cause his hands is clean off it. People are gonna look upon Chang and say, Chang do it. But everybody don't know, say, the PM give the orders. So you would be stupid if you cause Chang. Chang are just follow orders. Hit that like button if you're as surprised as Samuda was, and drop a comment below about who you think should step up as the new JLP leaders. Make sure to subscribe so you don't miss out on what happens next in this political saga. Trust me, you won't want to miss it. Stay tuned for more updates on the JLP's next move. We're just getting started. Thanks for watching. Don't forget and check out our other videos on Jamaica's political and social scene. Your support keeps us going. See you in the next video. One love, Jamaica.